Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of I Love the Internet. Today, we're going to cover why is it that black people love sports games. And yes, I saw the responses to the last video that I made, and fortunately, that was not my last video. Now, let's start from the top and take it with the most important reason representation. Madden NBA 2K Live were some of the only titles in gaming where black people knew we were going to consistently see people that looked like us. While this doesn't seem like a huge deal to non black people, or maybe just non minorities, but kids gravitate to places where they can see themselves. And oftentimes, it's the people that they look up to that inform what they believe is possible for themselves. Many black kids grow up idolizing athletes because they were the living embodiment of being able to do anything you want when you work hard. Of course, there's God given ability in the mix, and that's where video games come in to give us the ability to do things that God didn't. I know what you're thinking. Am I saying that God is in the video games? Probably. And if he isn't, he should be. For my next point, I'd like to speak to the influence of people like Chris Moves in Flight. I mean, it cannot be understated. The RPG GTA style that Chris Moves had made you wonder if it was really possible to get out of a limo and pull up to the game. It wasn't long after 2K actually tried to imitate some of what Chris Moves had in the games, adding cars, houses, blah, 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 making it feel really like a role play simulation style game more than just a basketball simulation. And don't even get me started with Flight, man. He's got more memes than a 2010 subreddit. That brother revolutionized streaming and is undoubtedly one of the GOATs. Not saying we don't get Kai Cenat without Flight, but I guarantee you the style of content probably wouldn't be the same without him. These two guys created an almost cult like following for themselves that translated into people purchasing the game to further feel like they were a part of the community. And I'm just not talking about 2K fans, I'm talking about people who, like Chris Moves, thought he was funny and said, you know what? I think I want to play that game too. These two guys created an almost cult like following for themselves that translated into people purchasing the game to further feel like they were a part of the community. And I'm just not talking about 2K fans, I'm talking about people who, like Chris Moves, thought he was funny and said, you know what? I think I want to play that game too. Those two guys not just influenced people to buy 2K, but they influenced some people to buy a console. They're the reason people picked up microphones and started streaming. Without those two guys, I don't even think there is a chance that 2K is as popular as it is today. This brings me to, I guess, my last point here access. In the early days of sports gaming, there was a lot of competition around the titles. It wasn't like today where it was only one title made per league. It wasn't uncommon that the leagues would have competing sports titles. The most prominent example of this is when Madden NFL '05 and NFL 2K5 competed head to head. Since 2K was the new hip competitor, they decided to disrupt the sports gaming industry by offering their game for just $20 when everyone else was charging 40. This gave them a competitive advantage and subsequently caused Madden to drop their price. I believe that this is when you really saw the spike in black gamership or black gaming that would lead people to games like Madden and to other things like Call of Duty. And once Madden was able to secure the exclusive rights to produce the NFL games, it would go on to have the highest selling sports game with Madden 2005, Madden 2006, and I believe Madden 2008 with Brett Favre on the cover, solidifying itself as a staple game. And I know what you're asking yourselves, is there really any validity to the idea that black people like sports games? And my answer to this one is an unequivocal yes. Well, America, I'm Tamir. This has been I Hate the Internet. Wait, this is I Love the Internet. Have a great day.